Good morning, guys. It is I, Becca Lori Hector, here with Growing Gratitude. Growing Gratitude is my attempt to very publicly, on a weekly basis, talk about the things in my life that I'm grateful for, no matter how crappy my week was. And the hope of it all is to inspire you guys to do some gratitudes in your life. So yay, welcome you guys. Sunday morning. I know I look a little bit more put together than I usually do on Sunday morning. I actually have a haircut after this. I'm very excited. Yeah, it's hot here in Colorado now. It finally got to be summer this week, and I feel like I have too much hair. That's how I feel right now. It got a little long and everything, and so I'm going for a trim, and that's why I look so kind of ready-ish, like kind of this morning. Morning, Joe. So yeah, I'm kind of like half ready, but only half awake, which is usually the case when we do gratitude on Sunday morning. So let's talk about some gratitudes. Let's talk about it a little bit. So first of all, I am officially back at work, not for myself, officially back at work for somebody else doing something else. So if you guys have been following, you know that I've returned to vet tech work. So I've returned to animal care, and I love it. I missed it, you guys, so much. My days go by so fast. So I've only been in for 2 days, but I already feel like I've been doing it like as long as I have the knowledge of doing it. So like within the first day, people were showing me things, and I was like, oh, I remember that. Oh, I remember that. So it was like as soon as I heard something or saw something, it like did that thing that does to our brain where we're like, oh, I have that information. Hold on. And your brain goes like through the Rolodex, and everything started to come forward. So by the time I went back on Friday, I felt really confident and things had really come back. And I was able to do my first patient by myself, and a couple of other things by myself that I haven't done in many, many years, but my brain didn't forget how. It was so amazing. So I am sort of back in the rhythm of things, and I did much better on Friday than I did on my first day in terms of food and breaks and making sure I took care of myself. So I felt much better on Friday night when I came home. So you guys, lesson learned. Going to talk about that on Tuesday because not everyone watches gratitude, and I want to make sure that I talk about that piece to follow up on last week's live. So I'll get back to that. But gratitude number one goes to my brain piece. Okay. So I love you, autistic brain. I am so grateful for my autistic brain. Now that I know all of my triggers and things, or most of them, and I know all of the skill sets that I'm good at, and I know how I can rely on my brain and when I can't, right? I love my autistic brain. So gratitude to my autistic brain for being a Rolodex of information that I think is gone, but actually once it's sparked, it actually comes all back. So now I'm sort of tempted to test out this system. I wonder how much I remember about dinosaurs and volcanoes and things like that. I kind of want to see if I can go back and trigger all of that information, but that's for another day. It's just an experiment. Good morning, Bernard, Morgan, Phil, Stevie, Joe. I already said good morning. Thank you guys for joining me this morning here on Gratitude. So that is my first gratitude for the day, goes to my crazy, incredible, brilliant autistic brain that manages to hang on to information that most people can't even retain for 5 minutes. So yay, brain. That's my biggest gratitude for this week. My other gratitude for this week is really just to my town. I've had such an amazing kind of week experiencing our town in a different way. So as you guys know, we bought that little coffee place that I talked about last week on gratitude. And this week was our first week in there. So it was my first week back at real work, which was only 2 days. I'm only doing 3 days a week right now. I may pick up a fourth, but that's about it. And Antonio's been doing the transition over so that the money goes to us and the register's ready for us, and it has all the sandwiches in, and that our employees get schedules and all of those things that come with a new business that has employees. So he's been busy all week doing that. And I am beyond grateful that he is taking this and running with it. I feel like it's an opportunity for him to really live his dream, and that can be really scary. So you guys, if you don't really think about it too much, you don't really realize it. But when you actually get to your goal, like if you've been working on something or something's been a dream for a really long time, when you actually get there and you start to have it, it gets really scary for a little bit. It's like, oh my God, I finally have this. I don't want to fuck it up. And then at the same time, it's, I have this, do I deserve it? And at the same time, it's, oh my God, I have this, did I earn it? Will I keep it? Do I know what I'm doing? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And so that was kind of Antonio's week this week, because you know, he has to deal with all of these little annoying things to switch over, like the electricity and the cable and you know, all of those things that happen. And of course, it's never easy. It never goes smoothly. You know that. We know that. We all know that. And so it's been kind of a crazy week. And anxiety is something that Antonio deals with in a big way. I would say at this point, his anxiety is probably worse than mine, since I've done so much work about it. And he hasn't had the chance to do that. And so his anxiety can really run rampant on him. And it almost goes to a panic attack of overwhelm. Right. And I'm sure you guys are way familiar with that, because I know I've had that experience. So I'm sure you guys have too. And it was a lot about repeating to him the lessons that I teach you guys this week. So a lot of be in the now. Don't worry about the past and how you fucked up in the past, because it's not going to happen again. You took those lessons with you. Don't worry about the future, because chances are whatever's in the future is going to be different when it actually comes than how you're imagining it. Right. And it's like Jason Mraz always says, right? If I live in the moment, I don't have to worry about all those other things. And so it was a lot of reminders of that this week, reminders to stay grounded, to not let those things escape. And I'm really proud of him this week. I'm grateful to him for learning the things that I teach and for actively trying to use them when he's feeling challenged. And so this was a little bit of a crazy week for us. I was, you know, I didn't get home till 8 o'clock on Tuesday. On Friday, I was working till 6, so I didn't get home until then. And so that's been different for all of us. I mean, Antonio's had a lot of evenings in the house to himself when we're both usually home. When we're working alone, we were both sort of home and done by about 4 o'clock. And that was usually the time we started to like spend time with the dogs and then feed them. And then it's sort of our evening and dinner and all of that. But I haven't been home for that 2 nights this week. So he had to kind of do it on his own. And I want to say that I'm grateful for him learning to really, and me too, for us, actually, I'm grateful to both of us for having learned on this journey together that we can hear better when the other one talks to us when we're in a bad thing. So even if I'm saying those things to myself, somehow it's a little extra kind of buffer when Antonio says it to me too, right? And it goes the other way. And so I'm just so grateful to us for being able to comfort each other this week in the anxiety of a first week at everything. I mean, it was like I returned to work on the same week that he took over the store and all of these things. And so it could have been a week of a lot of fights for the two of us. A lot of couples fight when they're under stress. But instead, we opted to be a support system for each other this week and to not let that stuff take over our relationship and our home. And I'm proud of us for that. So I have huge gratitudes for that this week, because having a support system in your life is something that is so priceless to me. I need it so much, and I'm sure he does too. And so I'm so grateful for having a support system as well. Other things to talk about this week, not much. Those are really my big things. You know, I was in between those things. I was trying to make sure that I was answering my emails having to do with autism. And I think that stuff will settle out too, because I'm only doing 3 days a week there. So I do have days in between to answer and deal with that stuff. And so I'm hoping not to lose the things in autism advocacy that I really enjoy because of returning to work. And I don't think I'll have to. For example, I can do both live streams, which I love. I can do my newsletter. That's only once a month. I can do Asking Spectrum Women. That's only once a month. I can do a few other things. And so I've let go of some things. Doug has very kindly agreed to do Info Dump only once a month for a little bit while I get used to this. So that's going to happen. Oh, I am so sorry. And then I found a new co-host for Andrew, because I can't do everything I was doing. So I needed to hang on to the stuff that meant the most to me. So the course and the seminars, which I am so bad, you guys. I hope people will register for the June seminar, because I haven't done the graphic for it or shared it yet, but it is coming up, I promise. And so I have to kind of get on the goal on the ball with that stuff this week. So I apologize to you guys, because I really haven't been on the ball with that stuff. It's been a really kind of it's been a transition week, so I've had to be a little selfish, and I've had to do a lot of kindness for myself and kindness for Antonio. So I haven't had all that much time to list my gratitudes or do those little things that I know I need to do. So I'll be catching up with them probably today. I am at the vet's office again on Monday and Tuesday, and so I'll be back at it on Wednesday for a live stream. I think I'm going to be able to hang on, but of course, you guys just bear with me. Maintain a small amount of Japanese building flexibility for me because I might need to change things up a little bit. The seminar topic. Oh, I do know that. Hold on one second. Hold on. Let me look at my list here. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so June is going to be about decision making, you guys. I'm going to talk about what goes into decision making, how to make good decisions, why we make bad decisions, and all of the stuff that comes into decision making when you're autistic. So I am going to be talking about that in June. We'll be all about decision making and how to do it well. And what makes us do it poorly. So that's the topic, Joe. Thank you for asking. I will be putting it out this week, and we will be talking about it. Oh, yay. I'm so glad you guys think it's a good topic. I think it's a good one, too. And so we'll be doing that one this month. I have to officially decide on a date and time because I was waiting to get my vet schedule, and then I need to put together a graphic. Excuse me, so I can start sharing it and everything. So I'll be doing that this week. Keep an eye out on that. Because we will be doing decision making in June. I am doing a seminar in June. I swear, so I'm going to get it done. And so we'll be doing that. I'm excited for it. It's going to be a good one. I'm going to keep gratitude kind of short today, you guys, because I have to get to my haircut. And so I want to make sure that I have time to eat something before I head over there so I don't become a hangry person getting a haircut. But that's really what I have to share with you this week. A lot of my gratitude is surrounding this return to work kind of situation. And it's been a kind of a crazy week for me as I do that transition. You guys know how exhausting transitions are. So on my days off, there've been some naps. And I've been really just getting accustomed to returning to work, but I have enjoyed it. And so I haven't run into any troubles with it. And for that, I am incredibly grateful so far. And so we'll see how things kind of pan out for us. That's about it for me for this week, you guys. I know it's a short gratitude, but I just didn't have the time to really keep track. It felt like a successful week, Joe. Thank you. And I did. I felt like I made it through, and I don't feel like I made it through with like depleted spoons, which is an amazing thing to be able to say, truly amazing thing to be able to say, that I still have the energy to be awake today. Do this with you guys, head out, get a haircut, come back, and I have to write a piece that's actually due tomorrow for Autism Spectrum News. So I have a day full, and if I didn't take care of myself during this week of transition, there's no way I would get all this stuff done. So it's making sure that we are kind to ourselves during transition. And though I've missed out on some stuff with you guys, I've really had to do that this week. I had to really make myself a priority this week. And I know you guys will understand because I teach it all the time. And I know you guys are seeing that it works because look at me. I'm awake. I'm dressed on Sunday morning. I'm dressed and ready to go get my haircut, to write my piece. And I not waking up feeling like I'm waking up with no spoons. And so that to me is definitely a successful week. I call that a huge success for me. And nobody can change my mind about that because I know what it usually feels like to go to work for a week, or to have your schedule changed for a week and add in new activities and that kind of thing. And I don't feel depleted, which means the things that we're doing to keep up on our spoons, you guys, all the stuff we talk about, it fucking works. And so other people can sit out there and whine and complain, and you see them. Sometimes I post, right, and it's about choosing joy or something, and everyone goes, meh, meh, that's ableist. I have anxiety and depression. I can't choose joy, meh, meh, meh. And what that is to me is someone who's not ready. Right. So I don't take that stuff personally because they're not ready. They're not ready to hear me say, but you can choose joy with anxiety and depression because I have it too. And you can choose joy when you're disabled because I am disabled too. And you can choose joy when you're even in your most miserable state. So I say foo on that. And it's not ableist and it's not toxic positivity because I can teach you why you can do it. And I can teach you how it helps you because I've taught all of these people. So let them poo-poo my memes. Let them, right? Because I know it works. It's working. And I know it works for you guys. And that's all I need to know. They can stay and be miserable. As I tell you all the time, some people just can't. And also, some people aren't ready yet. They're not tired of their own bullshit enough yet, that they're not even tired of hearing themselves say the bullshit. So it's not worth it to get upset about it. Yay, Bernard. Bernard chooses joy. I choose joy on the regular. I hope you guys are choosing joy on the regular, because it is what keeps us hopeful and motivated about waking up the next day and the next day and the next day. So with that, I say, you guys, go out into the world and choose joy. Seek joy, share joy, create joy, all the joys, because we cannot live our lives happily without joy appearing. And sometimes it needs a little help. So that's what I have to say to that. Yay, no meme poo-pooing here. We know it works, guys. We know. And so all we can do is feel badly for those who are not ready yet to take that leap and who may never take that leap. With that, I say, out there in the world, go be you, be authentic, enjoy your life, right? That's why you're here. Enjoy every breath of it, every moment of it. And if you find yourself not enjoying it, do something about it, because you can choose to do things differently. And that's what I have to share with you guys. I will be back next Sunday, of course, with the next Growing Gratitude. And I will, of course, be back on Tuesday with the next Being Becca Live. On Tuesday, I plan to talk a little bit more about my return to work. I'm sure I'll have a little bit more information for everybody. By then, I will have worked another 2 days for the next Growing Gratitude, which will be back on Wednesday this week. Wednesday at 11 is the new time for Being Becca Live. So I will be back on Wednesday with Being Back Alive, and then I'll be back next Sunday with the next Growing Gratitude. Until then, I love seeing you guys out and about on the interweb. I love seeing your comments wherever you see this video. I need your thumbs up and thumbs down to know whether I'm doing a good job and I should keep doing it. And more than anything, I appreciate your shares and getting this stuff out there for the rest of the autistics who need to hear it. If you would like to get in touch with me, feel free to. You can comment wherever you're seeing this video, or you can email me directly at info@beccalaurie.com. If that's too much for you to remember, you can just head over to the website, which is beccalaurie.com, LORY.com. And there you can use my contact page, which comes directly to me. You can sign up for my social media, check out the Ko-Fi page, the Redbubble store, the Spectrum Women book. All of my writing is on there. Everything is there. Sign up for the newsletter is there, and that's free. So feel free to peruse the website while you're there. Until next week, I say it's all about joy, and you absolutely can choose it. So do so, you guys. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and I will see you out and about on the interwebs. Bye.